What's up, guys? So this is kind of a bummer. Someone was very nice enough to send a YABO with some beer in it and some couple other things which I'll show you in a second. But the beer did not survive. At least some of it didn't survive. The box is completely soaked in beer. It looks like a glass bottle broke and maybe actually a can emptied out too, because I got an empty can here. Such a shame. This person spent almost 35 bucks shipping this from California. It was a super nice gesture. But here's the label that came on this. It says important customer information. We regret that your mail is being returned to you because it bears alcohol beverage, e.g. beer, wine, or liquor, markings or labels. The Postal Service prohibits the mailing of alcohol beverages. Domestic Mail Manual DMM 601.11.7. Postal Service employees must assume that markings and labels on mail indicate the actual contents, DMM 601.5.1b. As such, all mail pieces containing alcoholic beverages and or bearing alcoholic beverage markings are prohibited in the mail. To determine if you are eligible for a postal refund, take this mail piece with the notice attached to the retail counter at the postal office or post office. So yeah, they're basically saying you can't ship booze. So that's a thing. A lot of people know that. There are thousands of people who do ship alcoholic beverages, just like other things that are prohibited. It's just one of those things. They don't, can't check everything. But what did happen with this one was a can burst open at some point. You can see the rupture on the side here. It's not even open yet. This is Chronic Ale from, this is from Pizza Port Brewing out in California. Carlsbad, California. So yeah, this burst open as well as a glass bottle. Unfortunately, I don't know which one. Everything in here was covered in glass. There's still, these towels are soaked in beer. I don't know if you can see all the glass shards down there. So I will show you what was left because there is a couple things that were salvaged. So this survived. The can is beat, and I just washed this off because there was glass all stuck to it. This is Swami's IPA. Pizza from Pizza Port. Pretty cool. Never had that one. I never had any beer from Pizza Port. Here's another one. Can is totally beat. It's got a nice orange peel effect to it now. This one is Ponto S IPA, sessionable India Pale Ale at 4.5%. Let's see this one. What's this one at? 6.8. And there were two bottles that survived. Big Wave Golden Ale, pretty cool, from Kona. Never had that before. I've had some Kona beers, but not that one. And a cider, a pear cider from Wires, which is pretty neat. So yeah, it's super appreciated, but there's a little, PSA. You can't technically ship alcohol, and if it's not if it's not packaged like perfectly, that's what happens. And it's happened before, not to me or anything, but I've heard plenty of stories when I got super into like craft beer. That's what happens. If you're not into craft beer, there's a lot of breweries all across the US, and a lot of people want to try beers that are not in their area and they don't ship to their area. So people, just like the knife community or the Zippo community or the gun community, whatever, people, they trade. And it's very popular to trade beers and ship them across the US, which is not technically permitted, but obviously people get away with it all the time. But just, it is what it is. But that was a very nice gesture. Also in the package was an old sewing kit, which is pretty cool. And some wood puzzles, which I really like. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what else was in the package because obviously this was broken at some point along its journey to me from California. And I don't know if there was a note in there that got wet or taken, or if anything else was taken out. I don't know exactly what was broken. All I know is there's a lot of brown glass, so there's at least one brown bottle. But yeah, I'm not sure what else was in there. So the person who sent this, if you can contact me, and so I could thank you for what did survive. That was very nice of you, nice gesture. But again, a PSA, if you are shipping alcoholic beverages, you have to do it the proper way. to avoid any such problems. It is interesting that it made it back to me. That was a mistake. It was supposed to be sent back to the sender. I don't know why it made it to me, but hey, at least the $35 shipping cost didn't go to waste. I do love, oh, and look at that, there's even a silver dollar in here. I missed that before. Peace dollar, looks like. Oh, that's beautiful. Very, very cool. But yeah, like I said, there's no telling exactly what's in here. Only the sender could be able to confirm that. But anyway, big thumbs up for the attempt. That was very generous of you and very nice. Nice little surprise. So yeah, I am you know, kicking butt with the weight loss thing again. I don't want to talk about it. It's one of those things where you know, pump it up and then it doesn't happen. I just had tons of excuses back and forth, but I'm really, really doing it now. These are definitely not in the diet plan. They are little sweet treats that I'll have every so often, I guess, as a little reward. But that is it. I've been staying away from any kind of alcoholic beverages because it is high in calories. You know, as well as everything else I love. So it is what it is. But I will, yeah, I'll give you guys a Fat Man Diaries update or whatever I call it now, since it has to be PC, when the time is appropriate. I would say when I weigh less than 300, I will certainly give you guys an update. All right, so anyone who's interested in that, stay tuned for it. If you're not, hey, don't click on that video when it happens. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.